All right, this is Talking Dogs with Robbie Falk. I've got a very special guest today. I think she's going to be a fan favorite of all Mississippi State fans coming up this year in women's basketball. Lauren Parklane, a new transfer coming in from Seton Hall. Lauren, thank you so much for taking time with me. I know you've had a pretty busy schedule. You just got out of practice and workouts, I think.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So kind of going into that with the workouts, I mean, you mentioned you're having to deal with recovery, and I know y'all been going at it pretty hard the last few days ever since you moved in. I mean, what's this kind of whirlwind been like for you over the last couple of weeks? Getting to school, getting to know the girls, getting to know the coaches a little more, and getting to work out and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's been surprisingly pretty easy. I fit in well, meshed in well with the girls. Even on my visit, I could feel it. But just coming here, I had a level of comfortability already. The girls made me feel very comfortable. The coaches as well. I've been playing basketball since I was like 7, so it's really nothing new. Just getting my body stronger. Working areas that I haven't even touched my whole college career. So it's been a good experience so far. It's only been week 1, but I love it here and I love the city. It's been really cool.
Yeah, I mean, kind of an interesting situation with you. I mean, you're a newcomer here, but you're a veteran. I mean, you played college basketball for 4 years now,
Yep.
and you kind of know your way around in college basketball. But at the same time, you're being meshed into a group of girls that are some of them have already been here, some of them are freshmen. How have you tried to handle your role in that? I mean, are you kind of just filling everybody out right now? Have you come in and been a leader of the group? I mean, what's that dynamic been like for you?
Well, really just try to lead as best as I can. Definitely with me being new, it's been harder, especially like for me. Sometimes I could come off a little bit shy, but as I got more comfortable with the girls and the coaches, they could see it now. Like I'm talking more, more being like myself, how I was at Seton Hall and stuff. So it's just been like just a level of comfortability, like I keep saying. Like I just feel very comfortable here. Um, I feel comfortable playing my game, working hard. Like everyone's on the same wavelength as far as like where we want to be and where we want to go this season. So, just coming in, meshing with them, and they have common goals. So it's been easy.
It's hard to imagine you saying you're shy. I haven't really seen that. I've talked to you twice, and I don't really see that.
Everybody
Um,
says.
so going back to your days at Seton Hall, I mean, made a tremendous impact in the Big East. 3-time all first team All Big East, which is really hard to do. I mean, it's hard to be first team, but to do that 3 times is pretty incredible. Um, go back to your time there and the impact that you made there. I mean, how would you describe your 3-4 years there, and what went into the decision to try to find a new location for your final season?
Yeah, really my 4 years at Seton Hall were nothing less of amazing. Like I met so many people that didn't even play sports, and I had a lot of friends who did play sports, like that played other sports that were like European. So I just had a really great experience at Seton Hall, like basketball too, like Coach B, all the coaches, my teammates, they were great. I had an amazing 4 years at Seton Hall, but the one thing is, we never made it to the NCAA tournament, and that was like my biggest thing that I wanted to do my senior year, and we fell short. So my 5th year, I just took it upon myself to go out, and I had another level of comfortability at Seton Hall. But one thing my dad's always told me, like once you're the best player in the gym, it's time to find a new gym. And I just stuck with that, all throughout my career basketball wise. And my 5th year, I just took it as an opportunity to seek out something that I thought was bigger. The SEC is on the rise as far as women's college basketball. Like it's like second to none. So just trying to get here, be around people with, like-minded minds like me. Like I want to make it to the Final Four, talk to my teammates all the time about that kind of stuff. So, just going outside of my comfort zone, being uncomfortable. And like I said, I have a level of comfortability now here week 1. So, the uncomfortable thing is out the door, but, just playing at a higher level, trying to show, pro scouts that I can, play in the SEC, but with the big girls, you know what I mean?
Yeah, last year averaged almost 21 points a game, and that's going to obviously draw a lot of eyeballs from around the country. And you got that. I think Maryland was in there, USC, a lot of other schools were in there. What was it like when you opened things up, you got in the transfer portal and you started getting contacted by all these schools? I mean, how crazy was that?
Yeah, that was crazy. It was like, because I don't know, people don't know, at a high school, I didn't really have that big of a recruiting process. It was literally just Seton Hall and University of Delaware. So I considered like me going in the transfer portal this time, like my real recruiting process. And like, it was crazy. And I would say I would if I had the opportunity, I would never do that again, just because of the amount of calls and like it was just like having to answer the phone all the time. Like it just wasn't for me. So that's why I ended up narrowing my list down to only 3 schools. But you know, it was rewarding as well because I put in so much time and effort into basketball, and it was like people are like finally noticing like I'm one of the best point guards in the country, and they could use me on their team. So it was like half and half, bittersweet feeling.
Who were those 3 schools that you got down to?
It was Mississippi State, Maryland, and USC.
And with Mississippi State, I mean, I know they got you in on a visit. I think that you were considering taking another visit after that, but you shut things down.
Yeah.
What was it about Mississippi State, that visit? Just kind of walk me through that visit and what you kind of saw here that you felt like this is it.
Yeah, so Mississippi State was my number one choice. I didn't tell anyone that, but that was always in the top of my head, also my parents' head too. Like that was where I wanted to go, but I just needed to see it because this is my first time being in Mississippi. But the visit was great. Got here, the girls are great. The coaches have a lot of energy. Coach Sam is like high energy all the time, and his staff is the same way. So I even got to play because they were training to go to 3-on-3 in Colorado. So I got to play 3-on-3 with them. And that was great. Like it was just like a perfect fit. Like when we were playing together, like I was playing on the team with Jess and Jerk at the time. So getting to play with them, getting to feel them out, them two being like high on the scouting report and getting to feel them out and play with them. It was just like a second to none feeling. So after my visit here, I was like, there's really no point in me going anywhere else because, like I said, this is my first choice. And I know that I love playing with them already.
And you say it's your first choice. I mean, what went into that? Why'd you feel like this was number one?
Yeah, so I watched Mississippi State a lot, especially like in Creighton. That was a big thing for me because Creighton was in the Big East and definitely our rival for Seton Hall. So they beat Creighton, and I was watching them throughout the season as well, and they beat Tennessee and everything like that. But I knew, like, I did a lot of research. I knew they would need a point guard. I knew Anastasia Hayes was leaving, so they would need a point guard, and they were probably going to be in the portal looking for a point guard to come in and make an impact. Um, and I just liked the way they played. I knew Coach Stan was a new coach, but everybody doubted them, and they made it further than a lot of people thought they were. So, that's me. Like I'm an underdog type thing. So I just wanted to come in here and see what it was about, and I loved it.
And I know you hit it off with Coach Lazo too, Gabe Lazo,
Yeah, yeah,
assistant coach, and
yeah. That's my
uh,
guy.
interesting character to say the
Yeah.
least. So what did you like about him? What did you and your family really like about him that resonated with you?
Yeah, he's just a cool guy. Like you could talk to him about anything. Like he's like a big brother figure, honestly. Like he's just literally talk to him about anything. If you need anything, he got you. Like he's just, and he's a great recruiter too. Like he's not blowing your phone up every 20 minutes. Like he's gonna hit you up, let you know, like we're thinking about you type thing. And then, you talk with him. Like I remember he's recruiting me. We talking about how my day went. Like he's just like kind of guy. Like he wasn't so pressed about basketball. Like he was trying to figure me out as a person, see what I was looking for and stuff like that. And the same thing with my dad. Like trying to see what my dad was looking for because he knew that my parents and my family were going to make a big decision. Like they were going to be a big factor in my decision making when it came to choosing a school. So, his constant communication with me, constant communication with my dad, that played a part too.
I know people get caught up in size a lot, and you're not the biggest player, but at Mississippi State, fans can really relate to a player like you that's got that underdog mentality, like you said. I mean,
Yeah.
Morgan Williams, we've talked about Morgan Williams before, you and I have, and the impact that she had. And I know people have the soft spot in their heart here for her.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you bring to the table, because I know the scoring, it speaks for itself, but you put up some big numbers facilitating too, and defensively you've been a big part of things. What all do you kind of bring to the table as a point guard?
Like I feel like I'm just an all around point guard, like I'm a pure point guard. But I can also score the ball, which gives it a plus, you know what I mean? But, coming into the season, I talked to my cousins back home, like I'm trying to average 11 assists a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to lead the country in assists. Like, that's what I'm trying to do. And like I have the team to do it. Like we have such a talented team. And, I'm trying to win big games. I bring a level of confidence to the court too. Like I'm very confident in myself, and this didn't come easy. Like this did not come overnight. Like I had to work on my confidence, but now I have a confidence that can't be swayed. Like, you know what I mean? Like that will never go away with me. Doesn't matter if we down 15, don't matter if we up 20. Like I'm gonna still have my swag. I'm gonna still go out there, do what I gotta do and show and run the show. You know what I mean? Like that's me. I'm running the show, getting everybody in place, letting everybody know like who's in control.
You got a pretty good group around you that you've walked into here. I mean, you got an all SEC center and Jessica Carter that's back, and Jacayla Jordan, like you mentioned, you play with both those girls, you know what they're capable of. You got an all freshman player back and Debrisha Poe, several other players, but you've also brought in, Darion Rogers is coming in from DePaul and Aaron Barnum, and you got the freshman class that's coming in, top 20 freshman class. From your early dealings with this team, you've been around this team a little bit. What's your thoughts on this roster and kind of what this team has coming into 2023?
Yeah, like I would say like we're working like that's a big jump like from what I'm used to. Like everybody is working hard. Everybody's working to get to our common goal, which is to make it to the Final Four. You know what I mean? So just being around that type of energy, like you can't waver because people are going to hold you accountable. And, we have such a talented group and everybody understands that everybody brings something to the table. So it's just very exciting. This is exciting times for Mississippi State basketball. I won't lie. Like I'm really excited. Like we was talking last night, like we wish we could skip to November. Like that's how excited we are. We kind of sick. We got to do these summer workouts, but we know we got to do. We got to get through them to get to where we want to be. But I'm just very excited to step on the court with them, like get to play with them. It's just gonna be so exciting. Like we have so much talent from one to however many, like from 1 to 5 in between. Like it's crazy.
Well, last year when Coach Purcell first started, the goal was to get to the NCAA tournament, get the team
Yeah.
back there, and really just get into postseason play because they hadn't been there for a couple of years. They
Right.
were able to get there and also advance, win a couple
Right.
of games, and now the expectations go back up for this program. And this is a program that has played for 2 national championships. They won a couple SEC championships, and not too far long ago as well. I mean, what's the expectations within this locker room? How far do you feel like this team can go?
I feel like we can win a national championship. Like we got all the pieces to do it. We got a star post. We got jerk on the wing. We got so many pieces, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on us. But I like when people sleep. You know what I mean? Like that. I'm used to that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta shock the world. So I'm ready. We're ready. We're getting ready right now, working hard every single day that we step in the gym, holding each other accountable, all that stuff. Um, like I said, I love it here. Like you can feel the energy in the air. Coach Sam comes in with his own flavor, all the assistants come in. It's just been great. Everybody's working hard, because everyone has their one common goal. Everyone wants to contribute to that. You know what I mean? So that's the big thing too. Everyone wants to contribute and make it to, the national championship.
Well, Lauren, you got me ready to run through a brick wall. I'm gonna have to bring you here. We're gonna have to have a weekly segment. Lauren Park Lane talks basketball, motivation, whatever. We're gonna have to do it right
I'm
here
with
on
it.
YouTube.
I'm with it. Shoot.
That's Lauren Park Lane. I'm predicting that she's going to be the fan favorite for Mississippi State fans. That I think everybody's going to love you, and I know everybody's really excited for this season. So
Yeah.
we're excited to see you play, and I think it's going to be a good year.
Yes, me too.
All right, Lauren, I appreciate you. This has been Talking Dogs with Robbie Falk. We're going to try to do a few more of these throughout the summer. I appreciate Lauren for being number one. Thanks, Lauren.
Yes, thank you so much.